Stay there. Go.
Ready to do it? You guys ready behind the scenes?
I'm out of focus.
Out of focus.
I'm out of focus.
And broke the camera. Oh, I can see your little lamp in the shot. In your Fairlife.
Lost.
Fairlife. Is Fairlife like fake milk?
It's fake milk. No, it's ultra filtered milk. No lactose, but it's very good.
Yeah, buddy.
That whole milk.
You give us a thumbs up when you guys are ready.
The chocolate milk is fire. Kyle told me about it. He should have never told me about the chocolate milk.
Yeah.
It's good.
Chocolate Fairlife. All right, Justin.
Hey guys,
Dang.
welcome back to the Transformation Church Message Recap Podcast.
I need to change that.
Yeah.
I did my message recap.
Why are you so
already.
negative?
Because you can
Negative
never remember.
Nancy.
Well, that doesn't mean he's going to remember the next one. He's done this on all of them.
Yeah.
Once something's in my brain.
Well, welcome back to you. We've
yeah.
been here.
Oh yeah, that's true. Welcome
You've been
That's
back.
gone
true.
for like 3 weeks.
2 or 3, huh?
yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, I forgot.
Last week I was somewhere. Where was I last week?
Nashville. And then
I was-
Dallas the week before that.
Yeah.
He does work, y'all, I promise.
Technically, I was in Franklin last week.
Franklin, Tennessee.
Which, by the way, cool little town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Franklin.
Cool little suburb of Nashville.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to go in Nashville except for the airport. Like the parts of Nashville I normally go to, but
Franklin, Tennessee.
Franklin's
Someone in our church
cool.
from Franklin, Tennessee. I don't remember who it is, though.
Oh really?
lots of like country and it's hilly, and then humongous houses. Like all the rich people
Yeah, it's
from
pretty
Nashville
bougie
live
out
in
there.
like Franklin and
Yeah.
Brentwood. And that's where like Ramsey
Brentwood?
Solutions and stuff is now.
Ramsey
crazy.
Solutions.
Dave Ramsey's place.
Yeah.
They built a brand new building right off the interstate, but it's right there in
Franklin?
in Franklin. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Dave Ramsey.
That's cool.
Yeah, like
Ramsey.
a big building. Like it's no small little organization.
Pretty close to Birmingham, where he goes twice a month to.
Now
Oh
he's
yeah,
going
now
to
it's preaching
That's
or
wild.
teaching or whatever.
the
Yeah.
financial guy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, teaching them kids how to be middle class. Yeah.
Wild.
Sorry.
I mean,
We
they
believe
work
in
in
I
ministry.
loved
ministry. They work
We
in
like
ministry.
Dave Ramsey.
I love Dave Ramsey
Yeah.
to get out of debt. It's great.
Yes.
I mean,
If
you're not going rich.
For the
if you
vast majority
work
of
in
people,
ministry.
they need Dave Ramsey because they are
Oh,
not
dude.
good at disciplining.
The Debt Snowball is fantastic, and Financial Peace University as a whole is great. I mean, we do one as a small group going this semester or this season.
Patrick Waters.
We have a small group going, and
Shout out to Patrick.
it's great. Actually, I was wanting to look into with Dave Ramsey's people. We talk about like generosity as a church, like as we like are on this track of teaching even generosity and things like that. Of like, is there like a Financial Peace University on a bigger level, or like if we wanted to provide it for everybody?
Oh, yeah, they do a thing.
Is there like what's the investment on the church side? But then like we're gonna take our whole church through it in a way.
Yeah, they do a thing,
Even if
yeah.
we do it through groups, like I want to look into that a little bit. Because I think that's a responsibility we have as a church, is to teach not just generosity, but like the whole idea of Dave Ramsey, which makes it great, is like his saying is like, imagine what the people of God could do in the kingdom of God if you weren't encumbered by like stupid debt.
Yeah.
Credit cards,
Yeah,
things like
that's
that.
true.
So it's like it's a big statement, and then you start realizing when you get to have y'all done FP before? Have you done it and went through it?
What
Financial Peace University.
is that like you're talking about Debt Snowball and stuff?
The
I
9-week thing.
No,
Class.
I really haven't. I've never really been in debt. I've never really like had a lot of debt or anything. So
That's good. Yeah, no, good for you.
So I mean, because Juwan and Bex and Lee and I were gonna do that, sit down together, and then they said they went through like the first couple weeks, and they're like, "Yeah, this really doesn't speak to us." So
The only thing is at the end is it teaches you, once you kind of understand the debt part, what you should be doing with your income
Gotcha.
and planning for the future.
gotcha.
And how not to get back in those
Like
positions.
right. Like right now, like if you and Leah, if you don't have 6 months of expenses in a savings account, you should get on a plan. Like where it's like Dave Ramsey talked about like beans and rice and beans. You know, like you stop spending money until you save it. 6 months of expenses in an emergency fund that you have that much cash available to you, and then if you know you want kids one day, once that's done, 15% of your income going into retirement, and then money going into a 529 for your kids, for planning for your kids and their college and their future.
Sounds like y'all need to go back and do those 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get
After 2 weeks, this didn't speak to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're gonna have
And I guess it's a good thing you don't have debt. Like
It is.
That's a great thing.
Kudos
but
to you at your
but
age.
but and you may want to. Which I told you about you and Leah
Yeah.
because she has such a good job too. That y'all are the perfect
Yeah, she
candidate.
does now.
Y'all are the perfect candidate of a young couple that needs to meet with a financial planner to
Yeah.
plan that stuff out properly.
Yeah. Well, and even like I think people underestimate. So listen, if you're a young person out there and you plan on having kids soon, all right, listen to me right now. You can afford your own diapers. Don't have a baby shower and have people bring you diapers and a crib and toys and all that stuff. Don't do that. Listen to me right now. Have them all donate to the kids fund. What is that fund called?
529 plan.
529B, right? Have them donate to the 529B. If you put $1,000 in the 529B, at what percent return? Is it like 7 or something? Average market return, right? When they turn 65, they're a millionaire.
Well,
You never touch it again.
Well, and you may
As well.
I'll just for correction, your premise is right in a retire. I think a 529 is specific for a college.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
a college
not the
plan.
529B,
but
whatever the other one
But
is.
yes,
Well,
you're-
yeah, the person that runs your finances will tell you what it is. But
Correct.
you put $1,000 in on the day they're born or whatever in their name. When they turn 65, they're a millionaire. They never have to touch it. They never have to spend it. And it's crazy because we literally have. You think about how much money gets spent on a baby shower.
yeah.
If you just took that money, put it in the account, you could buy your own diapers. You can buy your own bottles. You can buy your own whatever.
What kids need to take advantage, kids, young people need to take advantage of, anyways, is the you have the advantage of compound interest. So if you start at 19 versus starting at 29, that 10-year difference is costing probably about $1 million. Because if you're 19, 100 to your point, 1,000 with the kid's a baby. But if you start at 19 with $100 a month, by the time you retire, you'll have $1 million.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's
crazy.
wild. It's wild how that works. And you'll never get those 10 years back. It's like it's only $100
And
a month.
that's that 10 years is compound. But I know a lot of you out there don't understand it, but you really should. If you're a parent out there or if you're a parent of a really, really young child, or if you are a young couple and you're getting ready to have children, like literally for call it $2,000 even, for $2,000 per child that you can invest on right when they're born, whether that's from the baby shower, everyone contributing to it or whatever, you can set your kids up for not only financial freedom when they're older, but generational wealth, meaning their kids can be financially secure and their grandkids,
Here's what's wild.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all are aware of this. Our generation, well, not Nate's, our generation, the millennials, we're about to experience the largest transfer of wealth in human history from our boomer parents. Not only retiring, but as they start passing away, all that wealth transferring to millennials, and they don't know what to do with it.
Yep.
Millennials don't?
Who don't know what it is?
No one, a lot of millennials don't. We didn't grow up with that.
Like, what's that wealth in? What do you talk like?
Just whether it's
Well,
property
Like
ownership,
not cash, but like
Well, a lot of
some
it's
of it is.
cash,
A lot
it's
of it's
retirement
cash,
accounts, it's
wow.
whether it's mutual funds, stocks, whatever, assets.
Boomers is the last generation. Boomers is really the last generation to live without the social media pressure to live beyond their means.
Yeah.
They also, a lot of them, their parents went through the Depression, so their parents were big savers. Like my mom's like that. Like
My nana's
as far
like
as like my mom's if you heard my mom just talk, you would think she's completely broke. And, you know what I mean? That's just like this is how it seems like it is.
Yeah.
But it's like they also saw how their parents raised them sometimes very tight.
Yeah.
Savers and all those things. So, anyways, but a lot of them we're going to see a big transfer of wealth, which is why we also in a lot of churches should be talking about even helping educate people on like plan to giving. If you are a boomer right now watching this, and like let's say you have a retirement account, let's say you have several $100,000 in assets or retirement, and you have you have a millennial kid that's maybe a bum or a knucklehead. We'll say knucklehead. That's a good word. That's a knucklehead. You may not want to just leave them $300,000 because one, they'll squander it or whatever.
They'll be in the same place they are 2 years from now they are right now.
Literally. So what can be done is you can go through and do like plan to giving where you plan now and how that happens and it gets all like done like in your will where it goes to like if you're a part of a church that you love like TC, you could say I want 100 grand to go to TC, I add my passing, things like that. That way it doesn't go through probate and your kids get involved and all these things. So those are just ways for like your legacy to continue. Because sometimes that wealth just goes and turns over to kids or probate, and then the court decides what happens.
Yeah,
you should take control of it.
Yeah, I think a lot of times the former generation, they, us, whoever, doesn't necessarily think of it that way. I mean, think about this, like whoever you are, whether you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, doesn't matter. If you're listening to this, think of how generous you wish you could be to the church. We all have limitations, right? We all have bills we got to pay. We all have a mortgage. We all have whatever. We have things. And I'm sure there's been moments in your life where it's like, man, I would love to give to that. I would love to leave a legacy of I would love to do this with my church but the reality is like we don't necessarily have the finances to do it. But what you can do if you're planning well is you can make sure that as you step into eternity, that what you have left has the ability to be the kind of generous you always wanted to be when you were alive, right?
Yeah.
And that's a big deal.
And maybe it's not, maybe just so it doesn't look like we're promoting leaving all your money to us because we are a church too. But like, say it another way, like let's use like another local group like Safe Harbor Pregnancy Center.
Yeah.
They have a cost. They know that for somewhere around, it used to be $1,500, maybe it's a little higher now because of cost, but let's just say $1,500. They know for $1,500 you could save an unborn child. So imagine if you left $100 grand to that. How many babies you're saving from abortion? Like you alone
awesome.
are doing that. Like that's really cool,
Yeah.
And or whether it's kids in Africa
By the way,
or
if
whatever.
you give a TC, you do help do that already.
Yeah, we give to those as a church. We give that stuff.
Yeah.
So whatever your passion is, like whether it's kids, whether it's life, things like that. I mean, you can just go to something. All that to say is, if you're young, take advantage of compound interest and time. Start investing now.
Get you a financial plan.
This was a financial lesson today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So here's the question.
Uh-oh.
Knowing what you know now.
Oh, I already know the answer.
From this discussion.
No, just in life.
Okay.
In life.
Okay.
If you could go back to 15 years old, would you do it, number one? And how different do you think life would be?
No, if I knew
specifically
then
financially.
what I know now,
Yeah.
I'd be a trillionaire.
Trillion.
Absolutely.
I would definitely be a billionaire.
100%.
Yeah, especially with things like Bitcoin. Yeah.
Bitcoin by itself. Apple
I
stock.
don't think I could do it. Though.
Apple stock, Amazon stock, and Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I would. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
I would own Russia or something. I don't like. It would be crazy.
We don't want to do that. No.
I'd
I would
sports betting.
almost. What?
What?
You know all the scores and everything. And you
sports
just,
is
No, you don't
Yeah,
remember all that. I'm just saying, like, if you knew the idea.
Dude, just
You could-
Bitcoin. Just Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, I don't got to worry about
I
remembering
know
scores.
who wins the NBA championships.
Bro,
All that
if
stuff.
I-
you could
if
bet on
I-
that.
Yeah,
for
but
If I
that's
knew-
assuming life is exactly the same. What if you just backed up 50? Like, what if
I
you got
knew-
backed up to 15 years old and your brain was wiped in some way, but you still had some knowledge,
If I knew,
right?
if
You
you
need
do
to
just
invest.
Amazon stock, Apple stock, and Bitcoin, I'd own every NBA team, let alone what championships they're playing in.
Could you imagine early Bitcoin?
Dude.
If you'd have,
I hated on
Yeah,
one of
some
my
people
boys
do.
about it.
They remember
When
it
he-
early Bitcoin. They got in on
it's
it.
still, some people say a lot of money. Still, to me, it's still like, it's fake until you cash it in.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that's like, these guys have all this money in their wallet. Like, at some point, I'd have to be like, I got to cash some of this in.
At least some of it. Do something and put it somewhere.
I gotta
like,
get some fiat while fiat's still a thing to know that it's real.
No doubt. None of y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, all
Fiat
right.
money,
Well,
real money.
had a great weekend, everyone. It was a
Yeah.
great weekend.
Mother's Day.
What's that?
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Yeah. Preached a message on shedding the weight. We said it on Sunday. We weren't telling mothers they needed to lose weight. We were just
Also
preaching
couldn't
on
hurt,
shedding
you know?
the weight.
What I mean is, for anybody,
What?
that was a joke. That was a joke.
Let's cut that part.
Nate's not paying attention, just
Sorry.
texting on his
We're gonna
phone.
cut that
Really
part.
intense.
No, we're not. That's funny. It was a joke. What I mean is, we all could do it. Should do it. Speaking of, I went to
I don't know what y'all are.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I went to a new restaurant with my mom for Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah. You
Where'd you
told
go?
me.
Old Palafox.
Old Palafox. We need
What's
to go.
the
I
restaurant?
never heard of that.
Old Palafox. God.
That was like the road or something.
No.
Okay.
No, it's called Old Palafox.
This is every day, everyone.
It's in the
This is
old
our-
it's in the old urban swinery, right on Palafox downtown, right in the
right next to Global Grill.
like few doors down from Global
Gotcha.
Grill.
Oh, okay.
It was bad. It was bad. Not
That
Badlands.
was where the shooting happened that one night.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a good little restaurant. That kind of cool vibe inside. Not the cheapest place I've ever eaten, I'll tell you that. But
Well, it's downtown.
Yeah, it's downtown.
all
yeah,
house.
yeah, yeah. But it was really good. I had some Cajun char grilled oysters.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
They were phenomenal.
I love
They
oysters.
were phenomenal. And
Are you a big oyster guy?
you an
yeah.
oyster?
Oh,
You don't strike me as an oyster guy. You're some the kind of guy that'd be like, the texture, ugh.
Me? What do you mean? That's my wife,
Yeah.
not me.
Oh, definitely,
I'm
definitely.
Not, I'm not
yeah.
a texture person. I'll eat anything.
Yeah.
So raw oysters, cooked
You eat
oysters,
raw?
fried oysters,
I've
the whole
eaten
nine.
raw octopus leg or tentacle, and like the suction cup. That kind of freaked me out because it's like the
Like
tentacle part is fine, but then the suction cup is like chewy. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. I've done that.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you eat crawfish too? You like crawfish?
yeah. We've gone.
Oh,
to
that's right. Yeah.
crawfish.
We need to go get some crawfish.
It was you, me, Jawan, and Tommy.
I like crawfish. It's not my favorite thing, but,
Yeah,
I
but
like
once or twice a year to go ham on a
Yeah.
pile of crawfish?
No.
Can I say that?
I said it on the platform one time, so I think you're right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
No, I mean, I prefer shrimp over crawfish. But I used them the other day, so we need to go hit Juicy Seafood soon.
But I was looking at it at
Juicy
DoorDash the other night, but it was a little
It
expensive.
was expensive there, let alone
Yeah.
DoorDash.
Yeah. But I was craving going to Juicy Sea, like some shrimp, some
We should. Last
crab,
time I
some
went,
crab
we went with
legs.
Anthony Brown. Whenever
Yeah,
he
you
came.
don't want
That's
to
the last time I
DoorDash
went.
that. You
Oh,
wanna eat it
really?
there.
Got
I
it.
know you
Two-
do, but I was
three
kind of
years ago.
craving it, so I was like,
Yeah.
let me
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
And they popped up on DoorDash. But no, it was hot. But like
I think I need to be there.
Oh yeah.
get the corn,
Bib
the potatoes. Yeah, bib on, gloves.
What's
lot of
that
protein.
brown paper?
Hey, it's all right. Julie's got
A lot of
protein.
protein.
Anyway, so it was Mother's Day.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I one thing I love about our church, man, they everyone gives us shout outs for these. I'm shocked at how many of you guys watch this thing. I'm shocked.
There's a lot of new
regularly,
people
so
been
we're
watching,
glad-
so
yeah,
we
we're-
appreciate you
we're glad
guys.
you're here.
I'm sorry if I offended you. Not really, but I feel like I had to be said.
How did you say that? I'm sorry. Yeah.
We're all trying to get healthier. I got my shaker cup. Nate's been drinking Fairlife drinks. Well, at least asking about it. We put Fairlife drinks in our staff fridge.
I'm drinking protein. I'm gonna have
What
one
What are
after this.
those you've been drinking? Those energy drinks?
Prime. Yeah, Prime Energy
We
drinks.
got them for free. From
Those are the ones that we got from downtown.
Oh my gosh!
Speaking of bib on,
What?
Oh yeah.
Why do you got a
That's
picture?
wild.
Let the camera get a good
Zoom
look at
in
that.
on
Look at
Why?
that
Why
guy.
do you have that? When was
that
that?
was
It was
June 2020.
2020.
2020?
Oh, that's COVID.
I still knew you.
That's COVID. You had to wear that bib into the restaurant, not after
That's
you got
crazy.
Why? Why do you have that?
That's
Because you had the bib on, so we
wild.
took.
I don't remember that.
Dang, your
2020.
hair was
Receipts,
like
bro.
dark. Did you color your hair back then?
No.
Or it just turned gray?
It ain't gray. It's a little. It's got a little bit.
Shots fired.
It's blonde-ish.
I think it looks darker in pictures.
Yeah. Well, it's not the best lit restaurant, so
That's the same product and stuff. So
good.
I think in pictures it looks a little darker.
Gotcha.
But I've always had more of a blondish hair.
Yeah.
There's some gray coming. I'm not gonna lie. There's some gray coming in, but your boy's pushing. 35.
yeah, you pushed 35 out the way, bro.
He pushed 35 5 years ago.
Here's another one in 2021.
Let me see. Oh, that's wild.
2021.
Man, you, my man's
God.
I don't
bibbed
know
up,
why we
bro.
have so many pictures of you with
With a bib on.
Anyway.
It's a good restaurant though.
It is, man. I love me some crab legs.
I don't
some
like their
shrimp.
name.
Juicy
Well,
seafood.
what's funny is Juicy Seafood is not the name.
It's
of
not the
restaurant.
name, yeah, but
What's
Yeah.
it called?
I think it's called Red Crab or
Red Crab.
something. Yeah. Juicy Seafood is just like, it was like they're advertising, like, we have juicy seafood here. So they put the advertisement bigger than the name, and it just, that now they're named Juicy
Juicy
Seafood.
seafood. Huh.
Yeah.
which that's a weird way to describe seafood.
Juicy.
Yeah, I've
seafood.
never.
No one's ever been like, "Hey,
I
Juicy
could really go for
we
some
got some
juicy
juicy
right now.
seafood about to come out."
I mean, we're all talking about it. So
No, we're talking. Well, the thing is, in Pensacola, that was like the first seafood boil restaurant. Up until that point, it was all fried stuff. So when you
Yeah.
have juicy seafood, you're like fried. You're like,
Well, now
like the sound of this.
it's and the one on Nine Mile is better than the Kraken Crab or whatever at the
Oh,
mall.
for sure.
It's the flavor's better.
Oh, is
flavor's
it?
better. I
Yeah.
think you get a little more, but
Yeah. So shout out Juicy Seafood.
we need to go.
We might come see y'all soon.
Yeah, we're gonna come. We can come see
Get
it.
the bibs ready.
I think y'all-
And the gloves.
wear
Do you wear the
it.
gloves?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
glove up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
glove up. Sometimes I double glove it,
No.
just to because one time I broke through the
I
glove.
broke the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
glove.
Yeah. So here's a question: do you peel a shrimp and eat it? Peel shrimp and eat it? Peel
Generally.
shrimp and eat it? Okay. I used to
no.
be that way, and Ash got me. Now I peel all
Peel
the
a
shrimp,
bunch of
crack
them.
all the crab legs, do all that, get everything
Really?
and the juices, get all the
Yeah.
stuff out of the way,
Yeah.
and I just.
Then
I
you
usually just-
enjoy it.
I
I mean,
usually
I'll,
like
I'll eat a
serial
shrimp
killers.
occasionally throughout the process.
You just enjoy
No, I
it.
usually,
So-
but the shrimp peel's so easy. It don't take but a second.
Oh, I'm a master
That's-
shrimp
that's-
peeler, bro.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
I
serial
worked at a
killer,
Japanese restaurant, and that was part of what I did was peel shrimp.
Why would you want to eat
though.
it
Oh,
one
Japanese
by one?
restaurant. When'd you work there?
You didn't know?
That
Yeah.
was 15 and 16 when I worked there.
Was that Yamato? Not Yamato.
Nobu.
Nobu.
Nobu
Nobuse.
That's a new one.
Yeah,
Wow.
you didn't know that? Yeah, I worked
No.
at a Japanese restaurant, hibachi restaurant, cleaning the grill after they cooked on it.
Hibachi. You don't say hibachi.
Hibachi. Hibachi.
I could work at a hibachi restaurant.
So I peeled the shrimp
Really?
and all that
I
stuff.
can't work at food
Matter of fact,
places anymore.
Phil,
I hate it.
Yeah.
who has been at the church some now, I worked me, Phil, his brother Joe, and James Maloney all worked there. at the
Wow. James Molly twice in one day we're talking about.
same time. Yeah.
Crazy.
And then Josiah, I think, was there maybe.
Josiah worked there too.
I think so.
Yo, Philip Coles could skate, bro. He
Tommy was
so
there.
fast.
Tommy worked there too. A bunch of us worked there.
Jeez.
The Vietnamese guy at the
So-
Japanese restaurant.
That's
Yeah.
Let's
wild.
talk about
All right,
Sunday.
game or Sunday?
Did we finish talking about Sunday?
I mean,
No, let's talk about it.
really.
Talking about Mother's
Straight
Day.
to-
Mother's
Hey
Day.
Ash, shout out for your backdrop. It looked
Thank you.
phenomenal. It was
Yeah.
so good. I'm
Cindy.
not an easy person
lot.
to. Number one, I just don't like those photo backdrops and all those things aren't like my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I don't like. How would
You
I?
don't
How would
like
you
it when
phrase
it
it?
looks cheesy.
You really think they look stupid?
I don't like it when they look cheesy. I don't like it when when all of it looks like it came from the dollar store, where it's like, I don't like anything that looks like you bought it how it is. Like if someone's graduating and they get like graduation decorations and it's the hat with the little thing, like all that kind of stuff
yeah.
just bug me. Like,
Like for Party City.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be a graduation Sunday.
I don't care for any of those things. Now, for the record, that's just my personal preference. That doesn't mean that's how everything has to be. That's just me talking about what I like and don't like. But so when we do photo backdrops, I think a lot of times there's a little bit of pressure because Ashley always leads those to make some that don't look like they were just cookie cutted out. And that one looked really, really good. So
Thank you.
shout
Thank
out
you.
to Ashley and Cindy and the whole team for putting together a great photo backdrop. Mother's Day. But yeah, and then we had worship. It was fantastic. Message, we got good responses on the
Great
message.
message. Great
Yeah,
message.
Thanks, man. So
Wow.
Anna's story.
So
Suck up,
good.
suck up.
It was really good.
The
Anna's
story y'all said?
Anna's story.
Oh, Anna's story. Yeah, that was good.
Anna's story is just power. And then she came out, she sang, and the pictures of Addie behind her while she was singing, it was just the whole thing. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful moment. Super cool.
That's a cool little kid. That's a cute little
Addie's
Adeline.
awesome. And yeah, it's just, that's real cool.
Yeah.
All that's real close to our heart. Adam and Anna and the kids have been with us they've been rocking with us for a long time. So I think it's cool too to
Me
see
and my buddy
like,
Nico.
old Nico
Yeah.
carrying him around all day.
Yeah, literally. I think what's cool about it too is like we said on Sunday, like sometimes you don't think about a lot of times when you're going through stuff, you look up at the platform and it's like all them got it together, everything is going fine for them. I'm the only one going through stuff. It's like you don't think about like, that was a year or two journey that they were on and led worship through all of it too. Like you didn't know unless you knew. And I think it's just encouraging for other people to
Absolutely.
know that. So
Well, everybody's
Yeah.
going through something. That's the thing too. It's like even when you're having a bad day, it's like everybody's going through something.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
Whatever you're going to do is better than someone else.
yeah,
Could
someone's
be. It's
got it
like
worse than you.
someone's got it worse than
Someone's
you.
got it worse
And it's like there's always a brighter day. And
Everything you're in right now is a season, and there'll be more seasons. We talked about it on Sunday. Go check out the message. It was good. You can check out the YouTube video or check out the podcast.
And if you speak a little, what do you call it, Espanol?
Espanol.
We have a whole
Go
other.
to-
We have a whole other YouTube channel.
Have a
Is
Spanish
it
YouTube.
still like really fast?
It's not really fast. That's normal if you speak Spanish.
That's normal
Nate.
Spanish speed.
I've heard it was really fast.
From who? All the Spanish people you talk to? Yeah.
You don't know me.
Yeah.
You don't know the life.
One person who knows how to count to 10 in Spanish.
Probably. I mean,
It's like-
I would think that it is pretty fast. I mean, sometimes the amount of words in Spanish that it takes to say very few words in English is a lot. So it's like it probably does have to speed up some.
It's like
and sometimes I speak fast.
Billy Madison?
when I'm speaking regular, like
He wouldn't know that.
Billy Madison when he's
You said, I want to know Billy Madison.
doing the triathlon.
you don't know Dumb and Dumber, so
Billy
Well,
Madison is.
don't say
Well,
better than Dumb and Dumber. You've lost your mind.
You're crazy.
We gotta do our game. We're
I
running
like-
out of time.
That is wild
I will
talk.
fight you over that.
What's the game?
Okay. Can you do split screen?
Can Kyle do
Chris
split
Kyle?
screen?
Hey, I had an idea too.
But I think he
Oh, you have to set it up.
Yeah,
It's not a button you can press. Okay.
Remember
that's okay.
that game where we had to pick real fast? We had to rank stuff. I saw one on TikTok that was the same one they showed pictures, but it was for the guys with urinals. And which urinal is the appropriate urinal to pick, depending upon where other
Every
people
urinal
are
is the
standing?
answer.
Yeah, but like, what if
Every other
someone's at this one and it changes? Like, which is the appropriate
Yeah.
open urinal?
Yeah.
It's. I mean, to me, it's depending on how many urinals there are too.
Of
Oh, of
course, yeah. That
But
was
it also depends on the venue. Like a
Yeah, the
concert,
venue. If it's
like,
a concert, we're going in.
It's a little bit of a free for all.
Hey,
Yeah.
But
I don't know why every place doesn't have the things. When there's just urinals on a wall, it just seems so weird. I hate urinals. They're just gross to me.
a lot of the time I'll just go and pee in the toilet because
Just say stall.
Can
Like,
we get back to our game? Yeah.
technically, the urinal's a
we
toilet.
all do. We all go number 1 and number 2, right?
Yeah, but do we have to talk about it?
I mean,
no. So
we
all
don't
right,
have
what
to.
game you got here?
You pee and poo? Do you pee and poo?
Pee in your pants
Okay,
is the
so
coolest.
1 week you had mentioned that catchphrase would be a really fun game to play.
Yeah.
So I don't have that, but we're gonna play heads up. Okay.
What is heads up? The phone thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So who's gonna be the teams?
Oh
who wants
gosh,
to be
we're
with
doing
who?
teams. This is a lot.
It's 2 and 2. So who wants to be with
Does
who?
it need to be a diagonal or side
Well,
by
we're not
side?
doing split screen, so just keep the camera on whoever has the phone. We'll do that. That'll work.
gotta be-
Or would it be better to switch it around to people that are guessing? Switch it.
We trust
Whatever
you.
you want to do.
Yeah, I got
He's a professional.
Yeah, he's a professional. Who wants to be?
What teams?
Yeah,
I don't
who
just-
do you want on your team?
I don't know.
Do you want Brad or Nate or?
You know who you want.
What is the category?
I can't tell you yet.
Brad will be mine.
That's crazy.
Oh wow.
messed up.
I
I know.
don't want Nate.
That's
No,
crazy.
I'm just kidding.
Dang.
Okay, so
He
you
said
and Brad,
dang.
so that
I
is
hate
fair because some categories are harder than others.
Okay, let's do it.
Wait, or do we want to just do? We all start guessing
Sure,
from one
let's
person.
do
Let's
that.
do that. We're not
All
doing
right.
teams. Okay, 1 through 9. You pick the number, and that's what category you're gonna get,
Okay.
just to make it fair. For everybody.
Okay.
Which one?
3.
Okay, you're gonna get acted out.
Act it
Act
out.
What does
it
that
out.
mean?
You gotta act it
You
out.
gotta act
buddy.
out a scene.
I do?
We're gonna act it out.
Wait, no.
How we get this on camera?
He's gonna switch it to whoever's doing it.
Where are you going to
So
act it out?
You're gonna hold it up, so it's gonna say a word like ninja, and we're gonna be doing stuff. You gotta try to guess what we're doing.
Okay. I'm thinking you got to like get up and act out a scene. Like,
He's doing a whole Seinfeld skit.
Okay.
We are.
dun dun.
All right, it is 60 seconds.
So, act it out.
We're acting
You're
it
not
out.
acting it out. You're guessing what we're acting.
Okay.
Okay, so put it on your forehead, and remember, if you what do you say? Yes, you got it.
Down, and then up if
Up.
not.
Oh, gosh,
All right.
almost
All
about to
right.
start.
Here we go. Can you see it, Brent?
Yeah.
Running.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Eating. Chewing gum.
Yes.
Yeah.
Surfing. Flying? Okay.
No.
You said yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Picking flowers. Is that a corkscrew? Oh, champagne bottle. Oh,
opening
popping
bottle.
bottles.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I
you
can
can
kinda
have
do
that.
that.
Mascara. Putting on makeup. Putting on eyeliner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, tasting. Wine tasting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. You're not doing nothing. I don't know. Oh,
Oh,
playing
time's
chess?
up.
Yes.
Time's up.
Time's up.
Playing chess. All right, how many points did you get?
Um,
Like 4 or 5.
That's pretty good.
6.
Okay.
Oh wow.
it. That was a little while.
I mean, the flight attendant one really didn't.
My man.
I was trying to get you to like do flight,
What was that? What was it?
like flying,
Flight
like you're in
attendant.
flight.
A flight attendant? That's what you did?
Well, I mean, I kind of use it when it's like
You were trying to do 2 words?
Yeah.
First 2 words. First word.
Surfing.
that's why.
Brad,
Yeah.
you want to go next?
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
2 through 9.
7.
Hey, Mr. DJ.
Oh.
I don't know what that means if we're going to be doing song,
Probably
titles.
song.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
So hit Hey, Mr. DJ and then put it up on your forehead.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, Mr. DJ.
All right, here we go.
Wait, go back to the
What-
screen
what-
real quick.
Oh.
Swipe up from the bottom. So it gets that little panel. Yeah. Okay.
All right, get ready.
3.
2, 1.
Oh my God.
She's from Barbados and she sings Umbrella, but it's another song she sings.
Lady Gaga.
Ella.
No.
You're not gonna get this.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh, wrong way.
Oh, wrong way.
She shaved her head,
Britney Spears.
but
Yeah,
she
but-
sang a song where she's in an airplane, and she's a flight attendant. Do you remember that song?
When a girl is very blank in a relationship, you break up with her.
We'll give you Britney Spears. We'll give you Britney Spears. You got it. No, other way. God, Brad.
I didn't get it there.
I don't even know who.
This is hard. Yeah, I don't.
No, I don't like this category.
Justin got running and flight attendant.
Oh.
Let's switch. Let's not do this one.
Okay.
That
I
one's
agree.
too
It
hard.
was. It was.
Are we supposed to sing
It was
them or what?
I
When a girl's very toxic.
I don't know anything about
This
it.
is crazy.
You said the girl is this, you break up with her. I was like, I can think of 6 things. I don't think any of them are going to make me friends on a podcast, though.
When she's a man.
She's
Wait,
a man.
sorry.
That's wild.
It qualifies for the statement.
So swipe up. We're gonna do
Oh,
Animals Gone Wild.
My.
Animals gone wild.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
wild.
it swiped all the way up. Okay.
I don't know what this
When
means
you
though.
find out she's a man.
I didn't flip the phone. There you go. I
Yeah.
don't know why I didn't switch.
Yeah, flip it. Yep.
There you go. Just do that. There you
Wow.
go.
Yeah.
There we go.
3.
It's in the ocean. It's really huge, like the biggest.
What kind?
It's
A
got
blue
Like
whale.
Quasimodo.
Humpback whale.
There you go.
yeah.
Wait,
there
so
you
are
go.
we allowed to talk?
This is real slow. They said Josiah looks like a
Sloth.
Yo!
has a really long neck.
A giraffe.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is not easy.
Christmas.
time, flying.
Rudolph.
Reindeer.
Has a long trunk.
My
Wait, you didn't
God.
even say it, did you?
Yeah.
Elephant.
Oh,
Eight tentacles, 8-legged tentacles in the ocean.
Octopus?
Yeah. Free Willy.
Orca.
No.
Whale.
that's
No.
not Free Willy.
Oh yeah, Free Willy was well. My bad. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
there
meant.
you go.
That's what I meant.
Something that eats other animals that are dead.
But it's a bird. It's not an eagle, but it's like an
yeah,
eagle.
you're
They have talons.
Long, nasty beak. They look ugly.
Vulture.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The spit.
Oh.
Oh.
Something that spits.
Llama.
Oh.
Long.
I hope you got Nate doing a lot of those. All right,
8.
Nate's gonna be the last one.
All right.
Oh,
Next
God.
time. Ashley's not doing it.
So we're allowed to talk. How come?
It depends on what it is.
The first one was acting out.
Oh.
This one you can talk.
Okay, so for
Nate's-
Nate, should we do now trending superstars, blockbuster movies, or legends, icons, and stars? For Nate,
God, he don't know none of those.
let's do now trending.
Okay. We're not gonna know none of those. We're not gonna know.
We're not gonna know.
There's no like sports one or anything.
No, not that I have.
Go to icons or
Superstar.
something.
Icons, legends, and stars.
Yeah.
He's,
You might know those.
No.
What is
I like
the
now trending.
who is Ricky Fowler
okay,
sponsored
you see
by?
where it says swipe up to
Puma.
play. Swipe up to play without instant.
Yeah, the
replay.
problem
Do
with-
that
Which one is it?
when you're ready, icons, legends, and
Yeah, the problem with the other one is we don't know them. We don't know how to give you clues.
All right. So swipe up.
yep. Where it says to play without instant replay. There you go.
All right,
Yeah,
here we
Up
go.
is good, right?
This is pass.
Okay.
Down,
Down
is
is good. All right, all right. No, wrong way.
Sorry, my bad.
Nah, you gotta get out of
Pass.
that. You gotta get
You're
out of
not
that.
gonna get
Ain't no
these.
way.
No.
It's a drink. It's a drink that's got like a little splash
Cherry.
of
Young
cherries
girl
in
with
it.
curly
Right.
hair.
This is a terrible. This is not
Shirley
good.
Temple.
Yes!
Yeah.
I mean, this is
But, one of my favorite bands, the singer.
Jovi.
The
Yes.
singer.
John Bon Jovi.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it heard us say yes.
Oh, what? You're not gonna know
Yeah, I
that.
don't even know how to describe that. Let me
You're
give
not-
you a
this is a bad
Did I
one.
say Jesus crack? What does that say?
John Cusack. John Cusack.
Jesus
Okay.
is crack. What?
John Bon Jovi. That was a good one.
Yeah. Of course.
Blockbuster movies.
Sure.
Let's do that.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
At least we'll have.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
that could
hopefully
be
no some of
old
them.
movies.
It could be.
Yeah, it
but
could be.
This is all we're
Towards
doing. We're
list.
doing what we got the options on here.
Yeah.
They don't have name that
All right.
designer brand.
This is a
Scary
horror
movie.
Hockey
One bad
mask.
guy against another one.
Yeah,
Hockey
hockey mask,
mask
claws,
versus-
dreams.
The guy that
Oh,
comes
Jason
out of-
versus Freddy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Brad
this is-
Pitt, Angelina Jolie.
They're married and they try to kill each other.
They're both
They're
secret
after each other.
agents.
their last name is the most
If you
common
don't know
name.
that, pass it. You're not gonna know it.
Mr. and Miss Smith.
Football movie.
Remember the Titans.
No,
No.
it's older. It's
James Vanderbeek is in it.
Yeah.
Maybe. How do I say whipped cream?
Dawson's
bikini.
Creek. Dawson's Creek is in it. I don't know.
Whipped cream bikini. Ali Larder. Nothing.
Whipped cream.
All right.
Oh, dude.
Disney
Disney movie.
Princess, blue dress.
Cinderella.
Yes.
Yeah. So-
This is
Anakin
it has-
Skywalker.
Star Wars.
But
Yeah.
there's another. Which one?
The Revenge of the Sith.
Nope.
No.
Oh,
right,
it
well.
doesn't matter. You got
Pass,
Star
You
Wars.
got
pass.
that. I like. Yeah.
No,
you
that's
got-
a
you
pass.
got it. You got it.
Down,
Go. Go.
This is Whoopi
Whoopi
Goldberg.
Goldberg. She sings.
She's a nun. She's a nun. Sister Act.
It's got a It's got
my
a
God.
golden retriever in it.
You don't know Sister Act?
No, all these are blockbusters. So these are like old movies. Those are all old.
That means no.
That's not what that means.
That's not what that
Well, it
means.
kind of does.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Blockbusters, like they were
Good job,
hits. They were
good
hit
job.
movies.
Those were hit movies.
All right, we gotta go.
All right, y'all. We love you.
Nate said those were hit movies.
Nate, Justin, tell them where they can find us.
I don't know. However you got here, do that again next week. No, transracerchurch.com, social media, all that stuff.
All that.
Subscribe, like, share, comment.
So,
Let us know you're watching. We love you.
all right.
See
We'll
ya.
catch you guys next week for another
Bye.
week, another sermon, another message recap podcast.
Bye. Nate said, bye.
But who says that? Someone said, bye.
Hey guys, what's going on? Pastor Brad here, back with another follow-up for our message for the Message Recap podcast. And we're all about shedding the weight. And we talked about doubt on Mother's Day. We talked about doubt. I know some moms deal with it. I know it's something we all deal with is doubt, especially when we're going through difficult seasons. One of the things we talked about is how doubt is a crack in the window that you see God through. That it's not that you don't believe in God. It's not that you're not sure that he's powerful. It's just that something in your life has created a distortion in your ability to see God. And that's what we want to rein in a little bit when we deal with doubt. But in addition to that, I think doubt tends to distort God's proximity to my problems. So I'm over here with my problem. God is way over there. And the reality is God is never far away. That's one of the things we talked about on Sunday. And so as we talked about shedding the weight of doubt, you can check out the video by going to YouTube, look up Shedding the Weight of Doubt on our channel, or you can just scroll up in the podcast if you're listening. And you can check out the Shedding the Weight of Doubt message. But today I want to give you 3 practical things you can do to help you dethrone the doubt in your life. Now, these things take into consideration, they assume that you're already doing the basic Christian things, the basic Christian disciplines in our life, right? Which is, as we know, it's reading our Bibles. That's where truth is found, worshiping God in the middle of our doubt, and having a healthy prayer life. Those 3 things, those are Christian disciplines. And why I use the word discipline as an important word, because they're not just habits, they're disciplines. These are things that we should be doing at all times, not to shame us when we're not doing well with them, but to help us realize that healthy disciplines lead to healthy lives. And so you don't just read your Bible when things are going bad, or when things are going great, you read your Bible, because that's a discipline that we need as Christians. Same with worship, same with prayer. So I'm going to jump into some things that I think will take us a little bit further. These are a little more practical that I think might help you with doubt. Number 1 is you got to lean forward. Yeah. Lean forward. In the Christian world, I was always kind of bought into the religious life that says that as Christians, we don't lean, right? We don't lean back when things are getting hard. We don't fall down. And I've just learned that's not true. I've been through enough things in my life now that I've leaned. I've doubted. I've struggled. There's been a leaning. And here's what I want to tell you. If God is in front of you, lean forward. If you're going to lean, it'd be better that you fall flat on your face towards God than fall backwards towards your struggle, your pain, your issues, your insecurities. So lean forward. That's one thing I always told my wife as we were both struggling through some of the hardest seasons of our life. Is like, I'm okay if you lean, just lean towards God. Don't lean away from him, because that's what we're always tempted to do. Listen, doubt isn't a sign that you're failing. It's an invite to go deeper into God's presence. And so again, it's not a sign that you're failing. It's just an invitation for us to go deeper into God's presence. So instead of avoiding prayer when you're unsure, lean forward into prayer. Instead of holding your hands down during worship when you're going through a season of doubt, choose to lift them up. Lean forward. Whenever you're having a hard time reading your Bible, go to the Psalms and lean forward. Listen, you're going to be tempted to lean. I'm just trying to encourage you to lean forward. And then invite people into the process. We'll talk about that in a second. The second thing is curate your feed. I like this one. We're already distracted so much by social media and podcasts and YouTube videos, and that sometimes we can get lost in the scroll of nonsense. And hey, that's not the end of the world. But what I actually want to encourage you to do is say, you know what, I'm going to get real specific about finding some things that nourish my soul, especially when you're going through a hard season. So we know that what consumes your ears shapes your mind. I'm going to say that again. So what consumes your ears and your eyes shapes your mind. So if you're being inundated by nonsense, your mind's going to be consumed by nonsense. If you're intentionally feeding yourself certain things, it's going to help you go through whatever it is that you're going through. So I want to encourage you, follow some pastors, theologians, creators even, that aren't afraid to tackle hard questions, that are going to give you good truth when you need it. Listen, if a sermon only feels good, it may not have a lot of depth. And so we need to be challenged, even in seasons where we're doubting. So become intentional about finding some great podcasts and leaders. I encourage you, Matt Chandler, one of the best out there. I think theologically, I just love Matt so much. He nourishes my soul on a regular basis. He's someone that I listen to, I trust. John Piper, absolutely incredible. One thing about John is, you're not going to get a lot of joy out of John, but I think when we follow the practices that John gives us, we find a lot of joy in our life. And so he's not always like smiling and happy and all those things in his sermon, but I think the things that he gives us can help us walk in joy, and that's a big one. And then Tim Keller is the third one for me. So Matt, John, and Tim. Tim Keller, phenomenal, passed away a couple of years ago from cancer. Phenomenal pastor in New York City, and man, he's a thinker. And so, if you're big on apologetics or deep thought, or even making sense out of God in chaotic situations, and trying to have an intelligent response to things, Tim Keller is your guy. He's a great one. So just curate your feed, get some of the great content that's out there into your ears, your mind, and reading with your eyes, and let that be something that helps you. And then number 3 is find your people. All right. So again, lean in, curate your feed, and then find your people. Faith was never meant to be a solo mission. All right. You're not meant to do this life on your own. I've always heard people, and I'll continue to hear people, I don't need nobody. I can do this all by myself. No, you can't. And even if you can do it that way for now, you can't do it for long. And listen to me, you shouldn't. That's just not the way we were created. I mean, even God operates in the Trinity, right? Like, no one is thriving on their own. We need a tribe. We need people. Now, there may be some people that have been around you that maybe don't need to be around you, especially in a season of doubt. But man, you need the right people that are going to feed you, that are going to speak life into you, that are going to encourage you. And so join a small group, join a TC group, find a mentor that you trust, someone that can lead you. I encourage you, if you're a young person, find an older person, or even if you're not young, sometimes we say young, we think teenagers, 20s. If you're 40s and you're 50s, find someone in their 50s or in their 60s or in their 70s that's got some wisdom, They've been through a few things. They've had to lean forward. They've had to change the narrative. They didn't have a feed back then necessarily, but they scrolled through the TV guide to find the right channel to watch or whatever it is. That they learned how to do those things and have them help you in gaining the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding of how to trust God through difficult situations, because the people that are older than us, they've been through some stuff. And so let's let them speak life into us. So listen, someone that can handle deep conversations without judgment is important. You don't need to be judged in your doubt. There should never be shame around your doubt. All it should do is create a compassion for us to be brought closer to the Lord. But here's the thing I want you to grab a hold of as we close. Doubt grows in isolation, but loses its power when you shine a light on it with people. I'm going to say that again. Doubt grows in isolation, but it loses its power when we let someone else shine a light on it and sit in that space with us. And so I want to encourage you. You can dethrone your doubt. You can shed the weight of doubt by doing those three things. Those are real practical. Lean in when things get hard, right? Curate your feed, get some healthy things coming into your system, and then find your people. I think those three things will help you tremendously as you navigate doubt. And as we always say, go check out the full sermon because I believe it'll bless you. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you next week for another portion of the Message Recap Podcast.